alumni. Welcome. Hello, alumni. This is bittersweet night. It's a bittersweet night. Come on in. Boop. Come on in. It is April 1st. Yes, it is April 1st. And I am no longer the president of the Wiley University National Alumni Association. My term ended at 12:01 a.m. this morning. So it is April 1st. And it is a new day, new fiscal year for the National Alumni Association. So we are busy at work already since we had our elections a couple weeks ago. We are super busy. So come on in. Don't forget to tag a friend. Don't forget to share this out so that everyone, all the alumni, will be able to get the information for this evening. Again, I'm beginning to see some people in here. Please speak so that way I know that you're here. I see Yolanda. Hi, Yolanda, our newly elected outstanding alum. Congratulations again. Creola, I see you here as well. Hello. Our parliamentarian for the National Alumni Association. I see Monica in here. Thank you. Elvina, what's going on? Hello. That is our past recording secretary for the National Alumni Association. Look, I'm actually remembering all of this stuff, right? So hello. It's good to see you. As I stated, it is April 1st. It's a bittersweet night as I am no longer the president of the National Alumni Association for Wiley University. I am now considered the immediate past president, and you can refer to me as 1318. I was your 13th president and your 18th president. So I am out, right? It is now done, and we are moving into our additions into our new officers here. And so I just want to give you a few announcements, just kind of say bye, just see you all again in this platform that I used during my administration. And so just want to give you all an update, where we are and that kind of thing, and then answer any questions you may have. If you were unable to attend the meeting a couple of weeks ago, if you have questions, please let me know. But I will give you a rundown of what I know and what's going on and that kind of thing. But I want to start off with announcing our entire list of officers. I posted an image of the officers that were elected 2 weeks ago, but I want to give you your 2026 through 2027 list of officers. So we have elections every year because we have odd year election positions, and then we have even year election positions. And of course, it's 26, and we had our even year, which included the president's position. So my 4 years is up. My 4 years / 8 years is up. And so we are moving on into a new set of administration here, and we are uber excited. And we've been very, very busy. The new president-elect, or President Zakiya, plays Kearney. We have already been talking every day and just kind of going through her vision and ideas and things such as that. So let me first get started into your 2026, 2027 officers. And I would be remiss. I saw a few of my buddies that came in. Hello, Ramona. How are you, sis? Who else we got in here? Oh, Nina is here. Hi, Nina. What's going on, sis? How's it going? And then Charles Cornish Jr. How are you, sir? Appreciate you being here as well. Appreciate you being here. So our officers for 2026 to 2027, our president is Zakiya, plays Kearney. Our vice president is Bryce Robinson. Recording secretary is Zakiya Galt. Our correspondence secretary is Laronia Oliver. The treasurer is Randy Moore. The financial secretary position is vacant because our president-elect was the financial secretary, and she's now moved on to bigger and better things. So the financial secretary position is vacant. Our chaplain is Paula Cross. Our parliamentarian remains Monica Else Hansen. Our Board of Trustee representative is Dr. Rod Fluker Sr. Director for Communications and Technology is vacant. Our director for events is also vacant. The director for finance is Darlene Rhodes. Director for membership is Reverend Emmanuel Eccles. Our director for young alumni relations remains Tamika Beeman. And the immediate past president is yours truly, myself, 1318. All right. So those are our officers for 2026, 2027. Now, our odd year officers will be voted on next March. They will be voted on next March. So, but that is your entire WNAA board for 2026, 2027. Hello, Xavier. How's it going? What's happening? Minnie, how's it going? Thank you for being here. LaRonia, appreciate you being here as well, you guys. That is our corresponding secretary, LaRonia, for the National Alumni Association. So those are our officers there. I wanted to give you that information. This month is transition month for the National Alumni Association. So whenever we have elections, we always use April as the transition month to where the new officers pair up with the former officers to to talk about procedures, unwritten rules, things that they have. They exchange documents, whatever they have to make the new officer's role a lot easier to get done. So April is transition month for us to make sure that as we start this fiscal year, we're starting off early. We don't take a break, and we're just trying to get things moving, make sure all of our finances are taken care of, the books are closed out, anything that we needed to do. We try to do that as of March 31st so that we start off with a clean slate April 1st. And so Rose was busy doing that with the financial secretary, our president-elect. They were working on those things. And we were just kind of confirming with me as far as making sure most of the stuff that we had was accurate and any of the notes and things were accurate documentation as to what was taking place. So that's where we are. As I mentioned, there are 3 positions that are vacant: financial secretary, director for communication technology, and then our director for events. Now, those positions, because they are vacant and there was no person elected during our election 2 weeks ago, the president, president-elect will appoint those 3 positions. Okay, so there will be an appointment for those based upon a vote of the National Alumni Association board. So recommendations we're taking, accepting recommendations for any of those 3 roles. Madam President is putting together a document that I will probably post a link for that either tonight or I'll post that tomorrow. There will be a Google Doc that if you are interested or if you know someone who may be interested in any of those 3 roles, please complete the Google Doc expressing your interests. Personally, you can, put in your information for yourself, or if you know someone else that we should vet, please let us know so that way the board will be able to have that information and make a decision as to the appointments that are vacant right now. All right, so look for that link. We'll get that link out. Like I said, it'll be tonight or it will be tomorrow. I know she was working on that earlier, so just keep that in mind as well. Next steps, as I mentioned, one of those things was that this is transition month. So April is transition month for the old officers, and the new officers are talking and kind of collaborating and exchanging of information. That's what's taking place in April. We do all of the books and the financing as far as according to our bylaws, our constitution and bylaws, there is a portion of the dues, the membership dues and registration fees that need to be taken out. Like 70% of this goes into one account and another percent goes into another account. So that is actually taking place in April as well, so that we can get all of those funds moved on to where they need to go. One of the last 2 things that I wanted to do in my administration, we're actually doing that this month as well, because we wanted to wait until we got all refunds and all paperwork done in March, is that we're opening up a new account. We're opening up a new bank account. We need a bank that is more nationwide. So that way, no matter where the treasurer sits or the director of finance and whatever, the financial secretary, whatever monies that need to be taken care of, that there is a bank nearby that we can transact business. So we will change that account. I have always strongly disagreed in us having such a large amount of funds being held in our transaction account. we need to take a portion of that and put it in an account that is a higher interest, where we're yielding some money and making money off of our money. And so we will make sure to move a portion of our funds out of where it is right now, where we're not making anything but a couple pennies. We're going to move that to where we can at least start getting a better yield on our money. So that will be done in April as well. So those are really big things, the last two big things that I really wanted to get done. And Madam President is on board with that and support that. And so has our board supported that. And then I mentioned that at our meeting 2 weeks ago. There was no disagreement or objection to that during the meeting when I mentioned that in my president's report. So that's kind of where we are with that. Madam President-elect is on it, y'all. So President Zakiya is on it. We have elected a really good president, and she is already every day on top of something as far as her vision, her platform, the things that she said she was going to do. She's doing those. She's working behind the scenes, trying to get things together. She's already implementing various different items that need to take place. One of the things that she wanted was a separate phone. She wanted a separate telephone to where alumni could reach her and contact her. And so she has a totally different number from her personal phone. So that way, if anyone needs to contact her, they can definitely contact her. Now, her phone number, if you want to take it down, that if you can reach her, is 832-219-4135. 832-219-4135. And then if you need to email her, the email is president@wcnaa.org. president@wcnaa.org. Okay, so that's how you can reach our new president-elect. If you have any questions, comments, or you would just want to get clarification to her, or you want to know something, please let her know that you have some questions, or that there's something you want to say. Okay. All righty. The next thing that we have on here, my annual report. I did mention in the annual report that I had talked about that during our meeting. My annual report is located on the NAA website. So if you did not get a copy of that, or you were not at the meeting 2 weeks ago and you would like to see my annual report, my last report is on the WCNAA or WNAA website. Please go over there and check it out. It's just a little synopsis of things that I had done for the last 12 months. And just some visuals are in there as well, some photos and things like that. And just kind of closing out my fourth term with the National Alumni Association. So please go over and see that as well. Also want to mention to you all that Wiley's next event, the next event for Wiley is our commencement. The commencement is on May 2nd, Saturday, May 2nd. So if you are looking to attend the commencement, please do so. It is on May 2nd. Starts really early in the morning on Saturday, and then it's done by like 10, 11 o'clock. And so you have the rest of the days to get back and do whatever it is that you need to do. So hopefully you all are planning to go to commencement. If you are in the class of 2001 or 1976, you will be celebrated at commencement as the 25th and 5th anniversaries. So class of 2001 and class of 1976, you will be recognized during the commencement. So please plan to attend. If you haven't gotten any information regarding commencement, please contact, or if you're in one of those classes, please contact Colonel Nathaniel and let him know that you would like more information about your anniversary year that's being celebrated at that time. We do not want you to miss out on your 25th or 50th anniversary. So please contact Colonel Nathaniel with any inquiries that you may have. Or if you want to just contact me and you don't have Colonel's number, I direct you to Madam President Zakiya at 832-219-4135. Okay. Or you can leave a comment in here, and I'm sure that she or I will see it in the comments, and we'll follow up on that. Seriously, we'll follow up on that and get back with you for sure on that. And then for homecoming, for those that are planning as far out as homecoming is October 22nd through the 25th. That is the weekend, Thursday through Sunday. That is the weekend of homecoming week. So please plan for that. Thursday always starts the event with the Marshall Area Wiley Club with their mixer on Thursday night. So try to get there on Thursday. The president also does his state of the address on Friday during convocation. So we want to see you there. So try to get there early. You know, homecoming is always on fire, and it's always, not literally, but it's always on fire, and we always have a really great time. Hopefully, you know, the weather, we like to make sure that the weather is doing good, and hopefully we don't have any issues with water and the piping that we did where we were unable to gather for founders. But I congratulate Wiley on the pivot of being able to pivot from that water incident, and that the students were taken care of and that there were no issues there. It's not, to my knowledge, as a trustee member, we were not informed of any student that got sick, that, you know, got seriously ill or anything because of any of the water issues. Wiley got right up on top of that. I know the president had to order porta potties for the students to be able to use the restroom like right away. They gave water. They made sure the students had water. And then while they were having their own crises at the university, the students and the administration then started giving out water to others in the city. So, you know, when you're down, you still find a way to give to others is very commendable of our students and our administration. And so my hat goes off to you, and I applaud you all for your efforts and your caring heart for that. So it was a weird time that, you know, having no water, you just don't know what it's like not to have water when you don't have the water, right? Like you can't drink it, you can't bathe in it, you can't do anything with it unless you boil it. That's hard to do. You know, it's coming out brown and you're like, what's going on, right? So it was a really hard time. And then being a student, you're far away from home, and then you're a parent. You know, just imagine a parent getting that call or seeing it on the news that the university that their child goes to has no water. What? Every parent is trying to get on the plane, right? Or trying to get on the car or train or whatever, trying to go get their child. But none of that. It was none of that. You know, Johnny on the spot, boom, the school was right on it. And the students were just fine. They were not disrupted about anything. They were not upset about anything. They pivoted nicely. You didn't see no negative. You didn't see no nastiness on social media. You didn't see all of that. Like some schools, you've seen that before. They've had an issue, and we didn't have that at all. And that just speaks to the caliber of the students that we have at Wiley University, and of course, the alumni that they also make. So I just want to make sure that you all know about that situation and where we are with that. And I do see a few more people that have come on here. Creola, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. Kevin, hey, sir, how's it going? Hey, Felicia, what's going on? Nice of you to be here as well. And if you all have questions for me, please let me know. Thank you, Wiley, for putting the information in the chat here, the National Alumni Association, putting that information in the chat as far as the homecoming and as far as the phone numbers and things like that. So I appreciate it very much. And if you have questions for me, let me know. I do know that the university will be doing those grad boxes again. The boxes that they do for the seniors for their graduation. When they're graduating, they have the nice little swag boxes for them. I know that they're doing that again, and they're probably going to be making an announcement soon. So please check it out. Please be ready to send boxes to the seniors, or commit to the boxes and pay for those boxes so that every senior has a box. I cannot remember the number of seniors. Let me see if I wrote it down somewhere close. I can't remember the number of graduates that we're having this year. I think it was 100 and, I want to say it was 144. I can't remember the number. But it's quite a few. So we want to make sure that every senior that's graduating gets a box. So look for more information from that. I know Curl will send out some information about it. I'm sure that the media team at Wiley will also send out something. And then check your emails as well. And as I see it, I'll grab it and post it here on our alumni site as well as our Instagram site. So look out for that information. Oh, I see Bryce. Bryce. Hello, sir. How are you? Bryce is in the chat. Okay, I was like, what is going on? I was like, I know that's not me. I was like, is that Wiley in the thing? So thank you. I appreciate you, Bryce, for putting that in there. Totally appreciate it. Other than that, that is all the announcements that I have, you guys. I'm just like, wow. Oh, one other thing. So one of the other things that's done that we have to do right away after the election 2 weeks ago, I had to put together the resolution to send over to the Wiley Board of Trustees, letting them know who our new president-elect was and asking for their consideration of placing our new president on the Board of Trustees. So it has to be in 30 days before the Board of Trustees' next meeting. And their next meeting is like April 30th is when it starts. And so I needed to get that in to the Board of Trustees by March 30th. And so I am happy to say that I got that information in. Let me not even lie. I'm going to tell you the date. I got that information in on March 26th. Okay, Thursday, March 26th. I sent that over to the school or over to the governance committee chair, letting them know who our new person was. So they got that information really quickly. And we met that 30-day deadline. So I wanted you to know that. And so they will consider that resolution and that recommendation for seating our president on the trustees. They will vote on that during their meeting starting April 30th. And then we will find out from that meeting what the vote was, whether it was affirmative or negative. And then we'll let you know via one of these social media platforms what that was. And I do see that Madam President has entered the room. Hello, Madam President. We appreciate you being here. Everyone, there is Zakiya right there. You see her name there. That is our newly elected president. She is President 19 of the WUNAA. She is the 19th president of the National Alumni Association. So welcome, Madam President. If there's anything, I think I covered everything from the conversations that we've had. If you've thought of anything else since we've talked earlier, please let me know. Or if you want me to hit that camera button, let me know. Otherwise, I did mention the Google Doc that you were preparing a Google Doc so people could submit interest in the 3 vacant positions that we have. So I told them that we would either post that link tonight or we would have that Google Doc link tomorrow. So if you do have that, feel free to post it in the chat. Or again, like if you have anything you want to say, please just hit the camera thing and request to be on camera. But I appreciate everyone being here. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for your support the last 4 years. It's when you do things from this side of the table, it's totally different from how you see it on that side of the table. And I appreciate the warriors I had with me. Monica, your post earlier today, I can't tell you, like I cried so hard. I don't shed no tears. It is hard for me to cry about anything. And that actually put me in tears. It took me a second to actually respond to that. But thank you very much for your comments and your support in my leadership. The parliamentarian always sits on your right hand. They always sit on your right side. So when I say she was my right hand, I mean that literally and figuratively, because she always sits on my right in the event something needs to be said or done during a meeting. So Madam President is coming onto the screen here. Uber excited. Let's give the internet a second. There she is. Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going well. Greetings from Huntsville, Alabama.
Huntsville, we are hunting. We are hunting. Yes, yes, yes. How's it going in the Huntsville? Is the weather fine or uneventful?
It's a warm, but then some days it's cold. It warmed up a little bit today, but now, by nightfall, I got my hoodie back on, got my Wiley gear on. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Got your wild. And if you all did not know, she is definitely Greek. She is Greek. She got on her purple today, but but I'm sure her sisters will be super excited when all of them get the news. I'm sure it's gone through that grapevine fast, and they all know about it by now. But Madam President, I was telling them about, how busy you've been working on things and just getting the vacant positions announced and that people can submit their interest for that. So that way the board can consider those 3 vacant positions. And I also gave them your phone number. So your phone
Okay.
number for the NAA is in the chat, as well as the email address to contact you, president at WNAA.org is also there. Um, so anything else? I don't think I missed anything else. I talked about commencement and, how, just kind of how we're going. I gave them the names of all the officers that's under your administration. And I told them, you've just been super busy for the past 2 weeks, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Anything you're looking forward to the most, or
Mhm.
any insight on that?
I think when I get the chance to swear the new graduates in to the Alumni Association, that's going to be pretty exciting for me. But all the events from homecoming all the way down to founders to
Mhm.
working with everyone, I'm just excited to serve wholeheartedly and to
Yeah.
give back my time. Absolutely.
Yes.
But I did create the Google form, which I will
Okay.
drop in the chat probably after we get off because I haven't figured out how to do that while we're on here, but I will get that done.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Good.
But also, we do appreciate you and your service to the National Alumni Association.
Thank
Grateful
you, thank
for
you,
you.
thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. And I'm immediate past president, and we'll be working. Zakiya has some ideas, y'all. She has some really good ideas, and in her younger posse, they're beginning to call and reach out and just and be there and just say express their interest and things such as that. And so I think she's going to get all the support that she needs from us old heads, as well as her classmates, and then other younger alum that are going to come into the fold as well, and just see how this works. And Zakiya is Madam President is very, very familiar with the Alumni Association, how it works, our ties to UNCF, our ties to the National Alumni Council. She's um, financial secretary on the NAC. Is it financial secretary or recording
Recording,
secretary?
I just transitioned out yesterday from my
Nice.
role from the recording secretary from the National Alumni Council for UNCF. So, yes, just
Nice.
transitioned yesterday and
March
also
31st.
out of my role for the financial secretary for the National Alumni Association. So, new beginnings.
Yes, 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 yes. New beginnings, and it's not without a path and vision. Like I said, she and I have talked probably every day since that last meeting when she was elected, and just the different things that she's coming up with, the ideas, the collaboration that she has initiated with ours and things such as that. It's commendable. And you guys, our alumni association is in good hands. It definitely is in good hands, and I'm super, super excited to see just how we're going to continue to level up and keep that path going of just the trajectory of making sure that we're up there. We're up there. We stay up there, because when you go to these conferences and you see the other alumni associations and you meet their presidents and you hear their struggles and things, and you're like, well, we don't have that struggle at ours, or something like that. You'd be like, oh, we might be all right. We doing okay. We're probably more critical of ourselves. But when you get out into the streets and you start seeing how some of these other associations operate, you like, oh yeah, no, we good. And some associations, Madam President, they've been associated with their university. The university has disassociated themselves with a lot of the alumni associations. And so we're doing very, very well to have the relationships that we have with the university, and to be able to talk to them and call them whenever we want, and just have conversations, and just to have that support. Is Everybody don't have that. Everybody doesn't have that. So yeah, I see a lot of other people coming in here. I know you probably can't see it. Alvina is in here. Oh, thank you, Alvina. I appreciate it. Alvina's there, and Xavier's there from the pre-alumni. Sandra McGaughan Malone is there. Hello, my dear. Hello, Minnie Devans is here. Shervin Olsen.
Chevron, yeah, she's.
Chevron
Mm.
is there, and then Pamela Gooden is there. Yep, 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 absolutely. He's like, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes. So absolutely, you guys. Absolutely. We definitely appreciate that. This is going to be super exciting. We got a lot of work to do, but we're so excited.
Thank
Kylan.
you.
Yeah. Is it
Kylan.
Keelan or Kylan?
Kylan, yeah.
Hey, Kylan. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, I see them hearts over there. Yes, give her all love. Give her the love. PAC in the
Yeah,
house.
PAC. Y'all know I
PAC
love
in the
y'all.
house. Kevin, hey, I see you are back as well. So this is exciting. Again, if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, she is definitely open to all of that. Please, send her a note. Please give her a call and let her know what ideas you have. And please don't hesitate to serve on one of the committees. She's going to create a few more committees because, as you can see, you always see the same people working behind the scenes, but she really wants to try to branch that out and reach some of her posse to increase the participation with more committees. Like, you might not want to be an officer on the Alumni Association, but maybe you just want to work on a committee. So she's going to create a few more ad hoc committees to give you an opportunity to learn more about the Alumni Association and work behind the scenes with us. And then that way it will prepare you when you would like to officially be in one of these officer roles. So I think it's a really good idea to be able to do that. You just need the people, right?
Absolutely. Meet everybody. Everybody.
Yeah, you get a role, you get a role, you get a role. Yes, indeed. Hey, Tootsie Roll. You get a role. Hey. There is Charles Cornish
Hey.
the third. What's going on, Charles? What's going on? This is absolutely so wow. This is exciting. Yeah, Madam President, I'm glad you were able to get on. I know you've had a long day of work as well. And so excited that you were able to join on here as we go through. Again, April is a transition month. So if we have more information or things to discuss or whatever, we'll do that again. We'll do another WWW if we need to in April, just so that way you guys are informed of what's going on. We will keep our, what do you call it? Our YouTube channel open. We'll keep that open. We won't get rid of that. We need to make sure we keep all our lines of communication open so that when the Director of Communication and Technologies person come on, that we will have, what we need, and we'll have our platforms and everything, and all they have to do is transition and get that information out there. So we definitely don't want to be remiss in doing that. There was something I was getting ready to mention. Oh, the officers. So all the officers, all of them are not on this call, but as they come back and rewatch this, the history has been that once I do this live, everybody comes back and rewatch it later, is that all the officers that I mentioned, all the officers for the National Alumni Association, our first meeting as a board will be on Monday, April 27th. Monday, April 27th. So if all of you all can schedule that 7 p.m., we will make sure that you get a Zoom link as well. But April 27th will be the day that all of our officers will be on that Zoom call with Madam President presiding over that. We decided to go a little bit later in April because everybody is transitioning out and trying to get their feet wet and figure out what's going on. And then Madam President also would need to get with the parliamentarian and just make sure that we have the good cadence for the meeting and the agenda and that kind of stuff. So because we have new people coming on that are taking on some of the roles that are necessary for the meeting. So we want to make sure that they are brought up to speed before we actually have a board call.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good. I'm ready.
Yes, I know you are. I know you are. I know you are. That's why I'm excited. I'm like, I know you are. Stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready. Exactly, exactly. So I don't see any questions in the chat. I just do see there's a few people here. Xavier, I appreciate you so much for being on. Xavier's always been like one of my little cheerleaders from school. I'm so glad. I'm like, I'm so glad. So hopefully I will see you in a few weeks. Maybe I'll see you in a few weeks. And what is that? Commencement? What is that? Commencement or So hopefully I'll see you in a little while, Xavier, and everyone else that's local and nearby. So if there's any questions, we will make sure that those get answered. Anything else from you, Madam President? You just
No,
ready.
I'm just ready. Don't hesitate to reach out to the phone number that's given. It was given for a reason. And then also the email that was created. So I don't have anything else other than let's go forth inspired.
Absolutely. Oh, Wiley, dear.
The president email. I think LaBronya was asking for it. So it
The
is president@wcnaa.org. And that is up and running. So you can start sending your emails.
mm-hmm. Yep, 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 yep. Yep. Oh, and the officers, if you all could begin to send any of the new officers, please begin to send in your photos, so that way the website can get updated with all the officers' information. We are working on, Madam President is working on getting an email address for every officer on the NAA board. So that way that email address will be hyperlinked up under your photo. So begin to send the photo in to her email address, and then that way we'll have it and we can send that over to the website and we can make sure that that information is updated, hopefully by the end of April. It would be nice to get that done by the end of April. If you don't know how to do a photo, just take one of your photos that you like a lot and ask chat to smooth it out, make it look nice. And then boom, then send it in. Then send it in. As easy as that. Take 8 seconds, 8 seconds for them to do that. So appreciate that very much. All right. Well, there you have it, Madam President. Thank you for being here. We will be in touch, everyone. If you have questions, please let us know. Thanks for taking the time to join us on this almost last edition of Wild About Wildly Wednesday. I'm going to say it's the last one, but we might have something else we need to discuss before the end of the month. But thank you guys again for your support. I appreciate it during these last 4 years, and I look forward to working with you even more as the immediate past president. So go
Correct.
forth, inspired.
Monica pointed out the professional headshot, sorry,
Absolutely.
that we will need.
Not
Okay.
not these, not not these, not those.
Not those.
None of those, okay? We don't need none of those. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate it. What else we got in here, Sandra? Thank you for doing it, mate. Oh, thank you. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, you guys. Say laughing. All right, have a good evening. Take care. Dum, 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 dum. Hey, hey. Yay. That's it, you guys. Have a good one. Appreciate Go Wildcats. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. No problem at all. I live to serve. I really do. I live to serve. Thank you, thank you. Awesome. I appreciate the hearts, you guys. Thank you. Y'all gonna make me cry. I'm about to hit the button. Y'all gonna make me cry. Have a good night, you all.